So, Chad, I think we've done it. I think we're going to give it a go. We're going to see if the boys can repeat as champions, but we have a 53-man roster with just about $900K to spare, which is stupid. At quarterback, Dennis Payne. We've brought back Brian Shepard, and Johnny Meadows was a practice squatter last season. Running back is still Walton, Nash, and Reynolds. Fortunately, Tyler Nash is regressing quickly, but might as well keep him still. Fullback again, Jacoby Harris. At wideout, it's Marco Macklin, Brandon Bush, who's no longer a superstar, Dalton Montague, Traylon Burks is a veteran mentor, and then T-Bone, old Thad Bone, who is normal dev, but his fucking name is T-Bone, and that's, I mean, come on. That's just what you do. You just bring in a player like that. Tight end, we still have Lonnie Reed, who is no longer an X Factor, unfortunately. Anthony Beckett and Brent Brenner. O-line, I haven't fixed up entirely. D-line is chest with Keith Spears. Right side, now superstar, no longer X Factor, Forrest Harris with Quincy DeBose and Trayon McDaniels. DT, DeAndre McGee, Michael Lucas, and Juan Brazil, which is a lovely name. Linebacker, H.A. Ridgeway, Trey Grayson. Middle linebacker, Dan Malone, Terrell Scroggins, and Melvin Bridges. Right side is the Super Bowl MVP, Devin Fowler, Glenn Parks, and Maxwell Norton, who will be playing left linebacker and middle linebacker, respectively. At the corners, Khalid Callahan, Fart Blowers, Deshaun Mooney, Geo Moore, and DeColdest Gary as a free agent. DeColdest Gary. Rowan, go to manage roster and then hit view player card, and then you can find edit player. Safety, Derek Ridley with Joe Drummond. Ridley no longer superstar either, I believe. And then Matthias Griffin, Travis Rivers, and Taylor Morales. Kicker is Evan McPherson. Punter, Blake Gillikin. Back again. We did move Manny Saucedo at linebacker in a deal involving picks. It was just get rid of picks and bring him in. So technically, we have managed somehow, some way to build a roster. I can't imagine it's going to be very good. I can't imagine we're going to repeat as champions. But there is only one way to find out. And we are going to sim through this pretty quickly, especially compared to some other prior seasons in which we sim through those very quickly. I'm thinking even more ridiculous as we go with the best option. I didn't fix the O-line, but it is a 53, so it should be fine. It has a 68 overall right guard in Trayvon Garrison, and then a 69 right tackle in Dan Steffa. Jesus Christ. Yeah, just going best options on the depth chart's probably the way to go. It's got Fowler on the left. Let's get Norton in as a middle linebacker. Is this the last season before the UDFA? I would imagine. This is our actual last hurrah. Just for the hell of it. Just drafted a guy named Boogeyman. Amazing. Amazing. Dalton's still our kick return man. That's good. Keep McPherson there. So yeah, needless to say, we are not going to be as good as we used to be. But that's okay. We'll make it work. At least I hope. At least I hope. Yeah, unless it turns out there's another reason to keep going. We also don't know what contracts are expiring yet, so I mean, shit. I am going to avoid the weekly strategy thing. If we get player upgrades, we'll put it on automatic. Honestly, I could just put the setting on automatic. But again, we do have Glendale fully spec'd out, which is good. We can start focusing on the O-line. Where do we want to go here? Pass blocking for tight ends. Boost the awareness for the O-line. Let's go pass block finesse. With how weak our offensive line is, we might have beaten Joe Burrow in the Super Bowl, but he's going to have nightmares about having to play behind this O-line. So, let's do this. The intrigue was there from myself. Good amount of people in chat. We still have an 89 overall team. We just have no depth whatsoever after winning this Super Bowl. None. And honestly, let me go over to franchise settings, league settings. Actually, I might need user settings instead of league settings. And again, at no point have we cleared the cap penalties either. We actually don't even really have cap penalties this year. And honestly, I want to drop the minimum play clock time down to like 13 seconds. So the AI, if we watch again, I noticed 20 seconds is a bit too long. So weekly training will be on automatic. And auto progress players and talents will also go to automatic, just so all of that is still happening while we are simming, but it will allow us to get through this season a little bit more quickly. I do still want to go week by week instead of just hitting the button to immediately go to the Super Bowl and see what the hell happened. Because, you know, we'll still be able to tell the story of what the hell happened, because this team, you know, loves making things interesting, and it might have begun already. Who the hell's hurt? Gio Moore, torn labrum. Cody Rhodes can wrestle a Hell in a Cell match. What the hell's wrong with you? Man up. Ignore the fact that he was then gone for like half a year. All right. What do we have? 1.3 million in available cap space. So, like, technically, we could probably get a player upgrade in about one position. That's about it. Not much we can do there. Also, I just realized auto-upgrading talents wasn't exactly what I wanted, but you know what? It's fine. We can just keep it on autopilot. Actually, let me go back really quickly. Let me go back. We're going to kind of autopilot this final season in some regards. We're going to get the accelerated clock. Weekly training. Scouting college players we're going to put on automatic as well. That's something we don't really have to worry about. I don't even know if we'd actually be able to draft players. We didn't this past season. Our season goal, why not? It is to repeat as Super Bowl champions. No goddamn way is that happening, but it's the play till we lose challenge at this stage. If this team wins another Super Bowl, I swear to God. Oh, Ben Tuttle. Good name for a potential first overall pick. Benjamin Tuttle. The opening day keys. Why not? Why not? So, ooh, 87. 87 overall. At the start of this season, a 4 overall point drop season to season. That sounds about right, though, to be fair. We're going to keep the offense and the defense on the same damn thing that we won a title with. Why not? Let's go. It's Seattle at home, week 1, the week that we raise our banner to the rafters, and we win. 30-24. Okay. We also picked up another injury. And then we get to take on San Francisco. Who's the injury to? Broken thumb for safety Derek Ridley. And a quad strain for Bart Flowers. Our defense just took a pretty big hit. We did have a player of the week, though. That's fun. Who was it? Forrest Harris, 8 tackles, 2 sacks. Give him back his X factor, you cowards. You absolute cowards. See if we get that extra XP here for the players. 87 overall, though, man. That's not... We got Kevin Mash. Watch out for those. What a typo. What a typo. My favorite wrestler. Kevin Mash. The big sweet potato himself. Oh, God. All right, cool. We can simulate in week 2 here. I imagine we're going to have to start the UDFA challenge tonight, but let's see. Week 2 against San Fran. Imagine we start off a season 2-0 as defending champions. We're 2-0 with a breakout on the defensive line. That's fucking amazing. All right. Who's the breakout? I'm intrigued. Who's the breakout? It's DeAndre McGee. We're not going to do it because I don't care enough at this point. If he can't get a tackle for loss or a sack on his own, then screwed. It's his fault. Players, right, here we go. This is what I was waiting for. Players ready to negotiate. That is going to be fucking painful. Whose contracts are up and how much cap space do we have? Or how little do we have? Okay, well, we do have 108. We're done. Shout out to Jack Tank for the follow. We have 108 million. But Dennis Payne wants to leave. Chest's contract is up. Forrest Harris wants to leave. Jay Williams' deal is up. Bryson Cook's deal is up. We're out of here. This Cardinals team is rebuilding. Dalton wants to stay. He's a real one. But oh yeah, this team is going to have to rebuild big time. They are right back. They're going to be right back to where we started. Michael Lucas, Tyler Nash. And Marco Macklin has his 5th-year option. Yeah. We're at the end of the road. If we did not win that Super Bowl last season, we were never going to win one. Dennis Payne, if we were to sign him to what he wants, we would be down to 60 million in cap space from the 108. Dennis Payne alone, to keep him, would bring us to nearly half of our budget remaining. We would pretty much have no choice but to let go of him. What choice would we have? Winnipeg, what's going on? If we brought in Chest and kept him around, he drops it down to about 89 million. So literally we'd be boned. We'd be boned. You know, you could make an argument for keeping Chest Williams, but even then, damn expensive. Forrest Harris would definitely be gone. It wouldn't be worth overpaying him when you could keep Chest instead. So Forrest is definitely gone. Jay Williams at 31, probably gone. It is a 1-year deal, though. Bryson Cook is also probably gone. I gotta admit, this is a really interesting fucking team, though. To try and see if we could actually win again. We're having to make a rebuilder out of our rebuilder. But Dennis Payne would definitely be gone. 100%. Could maybe overspend to keep Chest. Yeah, I mean, again, Dennis Payne would take up so much goddamn money. A $274 million contract. We could franchise tag him, but that would only kick the can down the road for another year. That's the problem. That is the problem. We might have to keep this going. I am at least going to play it as if we do continue it. Because of that, let me go back to franchise settings. I mean, granted, the scouting's on automatic for this season, which, whatever. It's basically too late to change that. Weekly training back on manual. Preseason cut days. Scout college players switch back to practice reps are fine. Switch those back. If we were to try and rebuild this, so our scouting's been decided for us for this season. Franchise tagging, you have a chance to try to get your best rookie quarterback from the draft class. True, but at the same time, if we're losing a franchise quarterback, it behooves us to be then as bad as we can be to then try and get that quarterback high up. Trade the high-priced UFAs, get some sweet, sweet assets. That is an option. So the regional focuses... Again, our scouting has been fucked up for this draft. Let's just go on safeties there. Northeast. We'll go corner. The problem, like the cap penalty right now for trading people is insane. But if we're not going to try to be good. So that's the question. Do we go for it? We are 2-0. And to be honest, I think that's the more fun thing to do with this rebuild right now, is to fucking go for it and truly deal with the consequences. We'll wait and see what we look like in week 8. But yeah, we know Dennis Payne's gone unless we franchise tag him. We could keep Chest, Forrest Harris. Let's simulate to week 8. See what the boys look like. This Cardinals franchise just... It might be too interesting to leave right now. We got plenty of time for the UDFA. I mean, yeah, other games are coming out soon, but... We can just auto-update at this point. We got plenty of time before, like, NHL comes out, and we really go on that for a heavy amount of time. As much as I look forward to the Utah run, this franchise doesn't feel done. Well, let's see if we got the breakout player. We're 3-0 on the season, by the way. And DeAndre McGee has gone star dev. Very nice, DeAndre. Very, very nice. I mean, it's something that we don't often do once we win to then try to rebuild the team again. We don't do that too often. It's Dennis Payne, 4 passing touchdowns. Excuse me, by the way. 438 yards. He went 33 of 39 in that last game. So yeah, we will try to make as much progress as we can. As fast as we can. We'll save any like in-game looks for the playoffs, and even then, I'm gonna preach team mentality instead of hyping up Dennis because he's gonna leave me. Again, the only reason I won't start the UDFA challenge from this same franchise is if it takes too long to finally build us up. By the time we really have a shot, we could be cut off at the knees. Like, we could run out of time because of the year limit. That's the only reason. Oh my god, that's who we had for focus players, huh? Yeah, never trust the AI to do shit like this. Never trust the AI to do the important jobs. Holy crap. Let's get Marco in there. I don't know how many points it takes Khalid Callahan to level up, but... fact that Dennis Payne wants to leave is brutal. Honestly, let's just get our friggin' X Factors in there and try to make them even bigger game changers. How long's the limit? I believe it's still 30 years. I believe. Unless I missed something about that being updated. I believe that's still the term. 3-0 on the season. We could blow it up at the deadline. But you get that many picks, I mean, it just continues the cycle of trading down. Or we can frickin' go for it and then watch it blow up. It's going to come down to where we are in week 8. But again, this team has no depth whatsoever. Go ahead and auto-upgrade everybody there, too. I guess we'll wait and see what happens here against Dallas. Will we go to 4-0 on the season? I highly doubt it. 30-0 shutout of the Dallas Cowboys. We're 4-0. With 2 breakout moments in the same fucking week coming up. How are we getting a quarterback breakout? He's already an X Factor. What? I'm so confused. We did well, Dennis. 2,500 XP across the board. What the hell is happening? This is the face of befuddlement. It's only 4-0, but oh my god. What the fuck? Let's just keep getting upgrades here. Just shy of that extra upgrade for the offensive line. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. So who's the D-line breakout? It's McGee again. He already went star. He's trying to go superstar. Which makes me want to go a bit hands-on to make sure he gets it, but I'm not against leaving it to chance. How could we possibly get a quarterback breakout? How? He's already an X Factor. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Oh, it's for XP. 400 scrimmage yards or 4 touchdowns with Dennis for a significant amount of XP. I didn't even know that was a thing. Do you want to make an X Factor quarterback better? There you go. That's how. I'm not worried about making him better. If he gets it, he gets it. But that is interesting. I either didn't know that could happen or forgot because we haven't, played Madden a ton in the past little bit. What a freaking weird franchise this is turning into, man. Just outright bizarre. We're 4-0, despite losing an X Factor tight end and a 90 rated receiver. We're off to a better start this year without them than we were with them. We also lost an 82 linebacker. Can we beat Denver to go to 5-0? Again, I doubt it. And there is our first loss. 27-21 to Denver. Oh, the Saints. Oof. Oof, what do you stream hockey on? In terms of like console of choice, I primarily play on my Xbox Series. All right, well, the defensive tackle breakout didn't go through, I imagine, with 21 points. The quarterback breakout did not go through either. Which, again, it was just for experience, so whatever. Yeah. So, neither breakout went through. That's fine. Don't care. It was already an X Factor quarterback. I don't need the guy to get this crazy amount. I mean, like, again, week 8 is the trade deadline. We're back up to an 88 rated team. We clearly just have to see if this team can win another frickin' Super Bowl, and then if we decide it's worth it, we deal with the consequences, and knowing that we're about to lose even more good players, and then we do go into the second rebuild. Again, we took the Cardinals through a rebuild, won a Super Bowl with them. Legendary song, I just don't want to listen to it right now. And now we might do it again. Do you stream hockey on Twitch? I do. NHL is probably my main game still. At this point. But we do love ourselves some Madden. Alright. Let's see what we got for upgrades here. Again, we're just going to auto-upgrade everyone, but... Matthias Griffin getting better. Max Norton at linebacker keeps getting better. We might hit 90 overall as a team again this season. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch. 89 seems likely. All right, will we lose 2 in a row? Are the new Cardinals the same as the old Cardinals when it comes to being inconsistent? Yep. Saints win their first game of the season. And we're down from 4-0 to 4-2. One more game to go before the trade deadline. I know that's amazing. This channel, John, this is my only channel, so yeah. Big morale boost. I've never done the Madden rebuild. I don't know anything about the NFL. Fair. Have I decided who I'm going to use in NHL 24? No. No, I'm not. I'm not thinking about a franchise mode that's a month away. Mac Jones and the Patriots. We've lost 2 games in a row because it is the same Cardinals team. The second they give you hope, they'll rip it away. That's just what they do. Every single time. That's just what they do. See what we can get for an upgrade here. Player upgrades, player upgrades. Thad Bone. Old T-Bone. Friggin' T-Bone. So if we lose to the Patriots here, that would be the time to say, hey, do we blow it up instead? But they also made the playoffs at 9-8 last season and won the Super Bowl. Is it going to be 3 losses in a row? This team as a unit are mental terrorists. From 4-0 to 4-3. Jesus. Do I really want to stick with this team? Even though they won the title last year, my God. My God. Mental terrorists. The most inconsistent goddamn team I have ever had. Also, as a quarterback who might go number 1, Logan Gibbs. Theoretically, shits and giggles. If we were to start dealing the core members of the team that we know aren't going to be back next year, chief among them, Dennis Payne, the cap penalty would be fucking absurd. But at least we'd get something for him. Mike Bass, a 1st, a 3rd, a 4th, and a 7th. Alan Riddle. 2 firsts from Buffalo. Don't they still have Josh Allen? 2 firsts, a 2nd, and a decent young corner. 2 firsts and Mitch Skaggs. I mean, 2 first-round picks for Dennis Payne, who we either have to give, like, the richest contract of all time to, or we lose him. Baseball, what's up? There are a couple of teams offering 2 firsts. And we could get a project quarterback from the Raiders, Kerry Clifford. An X-Factor defensive tackle and 2 first-round picks and a 2nd and a 4th. Holy shit. No cap penalty on a 5th-year rookie deal. Ooh, that's fair. Wow. That friggin' contract from Seattle. In your division, though. That's true. That is true, but what help is he going to have around them, you know? Is there a trade offer for Alex Turcotte? They have a bunch of cap space right now. He would take up the vast majority of it. I mean, they have some pieces around, but it's an aging core. Of course, they ended up with LaShawn Lynch as well, which is hilarious. It's an aging core, and we'd be taking their next 2 first-round picks, or was it the 2 after this year? What is the more interesting approach? To go for it. To go for it one more time. With the team that's just lost 3 games in a row. Or to fucking blow it up for all the picks in the world. He might not even re-sign with them. That's true. We could be robbing a division rival blind. Okay, we know that would be a big deal. What about some of our other pieces? What about some of our other options here? Because if we trade Payne, he's not the only one to go. We do know that Forrest Harris would be on the outs too. David Colon, 5th and a 6th. Cody Seymour. I mean, we could get some decent pieces for them. Manny Salcedo! Yeah, we're not bringing him back. I mean, we could get a decent deal for this guy. Nothing absolutely insane. We could definitely get younger and get some picks in. Superstar linebacker Christian White. I know Harris, again, it would be a division rival that offer us the best options, but oh, man. Both of these options are so intriguing. Keep the team together and know that we are going to lose a good amount of the rest of this core to just see if they can win. They won the first 4 games and have lost the last 3. I think all 3 to teams with losing records. But again, Dennis Payne now wants even more goddamn money than he did before. His asking price has gone up by like $75 million since the season started. Again, we have $108 million in projected cap room. He would take us down to 63.5. Like, he would literally just be the team. Chest still might come back. But again, Chest on his own takes us down to 87.7. We know Forrest Harris is out, and he's not worth the money. Jay Williams is there as the veteran. Bryson Cook, Dan Malone. The problem is, like, it doesn't make sense to keep Dennis Payne beyond this season. The only way it makes sense to keep him is to franchise tag him and then trade him. Because he's not going to want to stay. And if we keep him, we don't have the draft picks. Like, he'll be the best player on the team with nobody else to play with. Like, I'm trying to think of a real life comparison here. It'd be like putting one of the best quarterbacks in the league on the fucking Cardinals of this year. It's like, why? Why bother? So many of these guys are aging. You get into the risky contracts. It does make sense in a lot of ways to just blow this shit up. Because we can't even guarantee that they'll make the playoffs, and if they don't, we're going to lose them anyway. I think we're going to blow this fucker up.